Mindy and Daniel had been looking forward to their baby's prenatal anatomy scan, excited for a chance to look at their growing baby. The scan was for the baby to be measured and different parts of their body, such as the brain, heart, and spine, to be checked. Mindy and Daniel had decided to find out the baby's sex and were delighted when they were told they were going to be parents to a son. Their joy at seeing their unborn son on the hospital monitor was cut short. The sonographer became serious. Something on the scan wasn't how it should be. Mindy and Daniel were stunned into silence as they were told their baby had spina bifida, a birth defect caused by the incomplete development of the spine during the first month of pregnancy. Upon discovering fetal surgery for spina bifida can offer significantly better results than traditional postnatal repair, they searched for a doctor who could perform an in utero surgery to partially repair the birth defect. The procedure is extremely complex, and finding a surgeon to do it close to their home seemed impossible. Eventually, 24 weeks into the pregnancy, they found someone who was prepared to take on their case. Before the surgery could be performed, Mindy and the baby underwent a complete battery of tests. While they knew the baby had spina bifida, they hadn't realized how severe his condition was. He had kyphosis, an excessive curve of the spine. This curve typically causes the upper back to round forward, giving the appearance of a hunched posture. The doctor also believed it was likely the baby had a persistent Chiari malformation, a typical complication for certain forms of spina bifida, which leads to excess buildup of spinal fluid and risk of brain damage, seizures, or blindness if left untreated. While surgery is not a cure for spina bifida, it improves the life of the child. They're less likely to suffer life-threatening issues caused by the condition, which is why Mindy and Daniel went ahead with the procedure. It began with an incision in Mindy's abdomen, similar to that performed during a C-section. Ultrasound was then used to pinpoint the exact location of the baby before the surgeon made a 2-inch incision in the uterus to gain access to the section of the baby's back requiring treatment. The surgery then proceeded in the same fashion it would have if the baby had been born. The baby's nerves and spinal cord elements were carefully detached, allowing them to fall back into the open spinal canal. The opening was then covered with muscle and skin mobilized from the side. This technique is called a myofascial closure, and it achieved adequate coverage of the opening. It also successfully corrected the Chiari malformation. This early interventional surgery resulted in the effects of the spina bifida being mitigated. At 37 weeks, Mindy gave birth to a healthy baby boy they named John. He's regularly monitored by a team of physicians, including a neurosurgeon, to monitor his brain for any sign of hydrocephalus, a condition which is characterized by an excessive accumulation of fluid in the brain. As he grows, pediatric orthopedic surgeons will check his leg function to decide if physical therapy or leg braces will improve his long-term functionality. Since being born, he's not required any further surgeries.